Ipswich Town's game against Leicester was subject to several late pitch inspections, but went ahead just as a snowstorm hit East Anglia. It was a chance for the home team to break a 6-match losing streak. Commentary comes from Dan O'Hagan.
By O'Connor, back across goal, and it's in a full hit of Fallon, and Norris! Ipswich lead. David Norris with his third league goal this season. Fallon's little knockback here for Norris to strike it. He's a true strike as well, and the opening goal comes the way of the home team inside of 6 minutes. Gallagher's free kick sent in. It's gone all the way through off the post. O'Connor only half away. Still the danger not clear for the home team just yet. Now it is. Leicester's best chance so far. They'll keep the pressure on here though. Wellens, Norton centre, too long for Vassell and too near to Fulop. As that free kick comes in here from Gallagher, it was super dangerous. Vassell's touch, and then a second touch off the post. O'Connor here for Rory Fallon. Fallon involves Scotland again. This is Jason Scotland! That's 2-0. Explosive finish from Scotland. 6 league goals now this season for the big striker. Ipswich in icy conditions in this first half have been simply too hot to handle for Leicester. Fallon, good control and a clever ball to involve Scotland here. With him he's got O'Connor. O'Connor, good trick to get away from Norton, still here O'Connor driving on. Across comes Arby, O'Connor's robbed him. O'Connor's ball for Scotland for 3-0. 2 for Jason Scotland. Ipswich now are coasting here in the snow. Arby was out-muscled, out-thought there by Shane O'Connor. His first start since a League Cup tie with Crewe back in August. Back in the team today, and back in making a big impact too. He will not want this game to be truncated at all, Roy Keane. Fallon. This is O'Connor, Shane O'Connor over the crossbar. Well, he's never scored a senior goal, but he's had a really industrious display so far tonight. Well, the two managers here getting a briefing from Stuart Atwell. And this does not look good. Roy Keane is furious here. The referee here, Stuart Atwell, is the figure of controversy. There's going to be a 10-minute hiatus here while we go off and hope that conditions improve. The referee, Stuart Atwell, is happy that conditions are now sufficiently good to get a resumption. We'll play called back here for a free kick for Leicester City. A good delivery too, and Leicester have a goal back here. Or is it? Oh, is the Leicester man offside here when he gets the touch, Curtis Davis? He might just be, you know. And Leicester's bad day takes another turn for the worse.
Last Saturday's victory against Cardiff was a welcome boost to Middlesbrough's confidence. But this week, Tony Mowbray's team were trying to achieve something they'd managed only once before this season: win away from home. Looking to make a strong start against a lively Doncaster, Borough couldn't have wished for better. Less than 4 minutes had been played before Marvin Emness set up Scott McDonald. That was only the 5th away goal Borough have scored in the league all season. Rovers were looking to bounce back from a 5-1 thrashing at the hands of Leicester last weekend. Billy Sharp did all the hard work here, and James Hayter levelled for the hosts midway through the first half. Borough won 4-1 at the Keepmoat last season, and Rovers keeper Neil Sullivan did well to keep them at bay this time, stretching to save from Leroy Lita after the break. And when the visitors were in on goal again soon after, they probably wished that it was Lita in the right place instead of defender David Wheater. Rovers did have chances of their own to win the match. Had Dean Shields managed to catch out Borough keeper Jason Steele, it would have been a spectacular winner. All set for a draw then. Until the 4th minute of added time, Brian Stock hadn't scored since March 2009. But a helping hand from Steele changed that. No time for a Middlesbrough response, but a welcome return to form for Doncaster.
Things are looking up off the pitch at Hull City as Assem and Ehab Halam finally completed their takeover of the club this week. On the pitch, there's cause for optimism too. The Tigers went into their game against Bristol City without a defeat in 5 and went close to opening the scoring through Kamil Zayati. City have been on a great run themselves of late, with 3 successive wins without conceding, on loan Spurs defender Stephen Kolka going close. Hull's new owners have already promised funds to purchase a new forward or two, so it was a timely moment for Jay Simpson to score his first goal since signing from Arsenal in the summer. That goal was crafted by Cameron Stewart, and the on-loan Manchester United midfielder had a chance himself soon after, but the giant frame of David James robbed him of his first goal in professional football. After the break, more of the same as the former England keeper went out of his way to keep the score down. Jamie De Witt twice denied from opening his account for the club. But there was better news for his teammate Simpson, who after breaking his duck in the first half doubled his tally just after the hour. The 22-year-old putting the trimmings on a second successive home win to lift their pre-Christmas spirits. Anthony Gerrard's challenge on John Stead meant another clean sheet for the Championship's meanest home defence, 6 now without defeat.
I'm really pleased for the players today because they've worked ever so hard, and we've not always been in best form, but they continue to work really hard, and today we got a reward.
Today we didn't give it enough of a go. I think we'd forgotten maybe what it's like to win or at least play away from home. We'd had 3 home games, 3 very good wins, and whether we come here today thinking we'd cracked it, we certainly didn't have enough aggression in our game with and without the ball.
Nottingham Forest were playing their first match in almost 3 weeks. The previous 2 were postponed due to bad weather. It meant players and supporters were able to pay their respects to former Forest goalkeeper Dale Roberts, who died during the week. The hosts were defending the division's only unbeaten home record, and Luke Chambers put them ahead with his first goal of the season just after half an hour. Marcus Tudgai made his long-awaited debut after signing on loan from Sheffield Wednesday nearly 3 weeks ago, and his quick thinking beat Julian Speroni to mark the occasion in the perfect manner immediately after the restart. Palace have won just once away from home in the league this season, and defensive jitters saw David Wright grateful to a post for preventing a near own goal. 2 Forest substitutes then combined late on to add gloss to the scoreline. Nathan Tyson set up Gareth McCleary for the 3rd, capping a welcome return to action for Billy Davis and his Forest team.
Not played at the City Ground for 5 weeks. Last game, I think it was 3 weeks ago, so it was a big concern for us. And I thought we started off decent possession, a little bit slack and we're passing. But it was always a very, very difficult game. I've said before, there is no easy teams. Are easy games in this championship. They're all very difficult matches.
We're looking to bring players in January. There's no doubt we need to freshen things up. We need certain departments need to be strengthened. So that's what we're doing. We're looking at the moment. We've got some targets in mind to bring players in January.
So, with Swansea losing, the big movers at the top of the Championship are Leeds, who are now in 2nd, just 3 points behind QPR. A win for Ipswich lifts them 1 place to 17th, while Hull leapfrog the team they beat this weekend, Bristol City.
A run of 4 wins in 5 gave Sheffield Wednesday the chance to return to the League One summit for the first time since August, so they must have been pleased to see their game at Exeter survive the big freeze. Plenty of Wednesdayites made the tough trip southwest, but the Grecians are no pushovers at St James's Park. They've lost only once at home this season in the league, and they went ahead thanks to Jamie Cureton, the journeyman striker grabbing his 9th of the season. Last week, the Owls came back from a goal down to thrash Bristol Rovers 6-2. It took them less than 2 minutes to equalise in this one. Tommy Miller's effort just crossing the line. Cue another big score. Well, it took until the second half for another goal, but it was worth the wait. How about this one from young Liam Sercombe? Only the fourth goal of his career, but surely the most memorable. And two very quickly became three. The Owls' defence gave Scott Golborn a second chance, and he took it gratefully. Mickey Weaver not a happy keeper, as Wednesday headed for a second successive defeat on the road. "35-year-old Cureton has scored over 200 goals in his career. Golborn's pass set him up for his second of the day as Paul Tisdale's men ran riot. Wednesday's defensive failings were soon matched by those up front. Mark Beavers with an up and under, providing Neil Mellor with a chance to cut the deficit, but the striker got his bearings all wrong. And there would be worse to come for the Owls. John O'Flynn completed a remarkable win for the Grecians, who are now within a point of the playoff places. A long trip home for Wednesday in more ways than one.
It's been so easy to call the game off yesterday, but such is the commitment here at the club with not just the volunteers but the employees of the club, the depth of it, the care that we did everything we possibly could to get the game on, and sometimes you just deserve something.
So Sheffield Wednesday's heavy defeat means they missed the chance to go joint top of League One. With Brighton, Exeter's win lifts them 4 places to 9th. With no other games played, there's no change at the bottom of the division. Bristol Rovers, Dagenham, Walsall and Yeovil occupy the bottom 4. It's our last show before Christmas, so here's a small gift. There have been some fantastic goals in the Football League so far. Here's our pick of the best.
It's going to be Lewis McGugan here. Oh, what a hit from Lewis McGugan for Forest. It's a rocket, a thunderbolt. Here's Craig Bellamy. He has a go and scores to crown a sensational Cardiff debut.
Nice Bradley. Beattie going for the top corner. What a goal from Craig Beattie.
Here come Hope. It's Bostock, neat turn. Bostock! Oh, how's that for a debut goal? Here's Michael Brown driving on. Brown, pass 4, pass 2, pass 3. Here comes the keeper, past him too. Michael Brown! Oh, how about that? How about that? 6 for Pompey.
Next week on the show, QPR hope to put 2 straight defeats behind them when they take on Swansea. And Cardiff host Coventry as we bring you all the highlights of the Boxing Day programme. See you then.